Hi everyone, welcome to October 2019's What's New in Beauty video. In these kinds of videos, I show you what new makeup is on the market, things that have just recently launched, or sometimes I'm able to give you sneak peeks of items that are about to launch on the market. That includes makeup, skincare, accessories, etc. I also give you further reviews of products that are new, but I've already done video swatch reviews for, and as I've continued to use them throughout the month, I will give you an updated review on any further thoughts that I have from testing those products. So if you like to have sneak peeks into new launches, then this is the kind of video for you. Keep watching. I hope you subscribe to the channel by hitting that red subscribe button. Make sure you follow Allura Beauty on Instagram at the handle that I've linked right here. And of course, if there are any products I show you throughout this video that I've already done videos for, I will link them in the upper right hand corner for you to be able to click on and to see those videos. I also put timestamps for the different categories of new products that I talk about, so you can skip around if you want to. And I also link where you can purchase all the things that I talk about in the description box below. And I link to Ebates so that if you are someone who does online shopping, you should be doing it through Ebates or a similar program so that you can at least get cash back on every order that you place online. And my bangs today are insisting on doing this flippy thing, so I hope that that's not too distracting for you, or we're just gonna go with it. All right, let's get looking at what's new in beauty for October 2019. So as I usually do, I'm gonna start by recapping things that I already have done videos for you. Those videos always include swatches and at least a first impressions, and I have some updated thoughts about a lot of those things. First is the Naked Honey collection by Urban Decay. I love this palette. I do not think it's just another neutrals palette. It has, of course, neutrals that make this very easy to use on an everyday basis, but very unique shades, especially this one that is truly like orange gold toned, and just shades that you don't actually typically find in your basic nudes palette. So if you're someone who really loved the original Naked palette from Urban Decay, I think that you will not be disappointed or find these colors too redundant. I love the quality. It is something that I have been using just in the mornings as a very reliable everyday palette to use. It may not swatch as something that has a typically super buttery or super pigmented quality like some other very good palettes have. It nevertheless is extremely functional, very good quality. So I think it's a solid choice if you like, in general, the Urban Decay and Naked palettes. I felt very differently about the brand launch for Haus Laboratories. This is Lady Gaga's line. Not because these are bad products, but because they don't have the pizzazz, the uniqueness that I would come to expect from a line that Lady Gaga is putting her name behind. So that's really my main criticism. If this is something that I bought at my local Ulta, then I don't think I would necessarily say that they are bad quality. They just aren't something that compels me, excites me to be going back to the brand to purchase further things from the brand, which I think is the biggest negative. And so overall, I would say that this is something that if you really love Lady Gaga and you're going to support her, I don't think that you will be wasting your money in that sense. But if you're looking for that satisfaction of having a truly new and unique brand, I don't think you're gonna get that from this, at least not yet. We had two collections by MAC that I did reviews for this past month. The first one, I didn't really know what to expect from. This is the Pony Park collection. This is a collaboration that MAC Cosmetics did with a Korean kind of beauty influencer, and I was not familiar with her at all before this launch. I really love this collection. Unfortunately, a lot of it is sold out, especially on MACcosmetics.com. If you're still trying to find items from this collection, I would recommend going to Nordstrom because they're more likely to have some things still in stock. I think the eyeshadow palette is pretty much gone everywhere. People said that they were kind of disappointed that the pigmentation seemed sheer. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but the quality of this palette is still there. Not if you're looking for something super bold and pigmented. Obviously, you can kind of tell that just from even looking at the pans, but this is a solid everyday neutrals eyeshadow palette. Not disappointed in the quality at all with those. The lip products, which are, I will give credit for them being unique because they are kind of like a liquid lipstick, but they have a gel formula, so they are not drying at all, but at the same time, they are not something that sets, so it is not long wearing necessarily the way a liquid lipstick would be. So I would just call this more like a a gel to cream formula lip color. And a lot of the colors kind of go on a little bit patchy. You can work with them to make them smooth, but not necessarily the most simple or straightforward to work with. The standout part of the collection are the highlighters. These are absolutely beautiful, both of them. This is what the pans look like. One of them is duochrome. That is the one that I am wearing on my face right now. Both of these are really, really pretty, and I think both of them have very good quality too. Since we're already talking about MAC, they also had their holiday collection launch. As they always do, they have the kind of main color collection with individual products like this. They also then subsequently released sets and kits with things like multiple miniature lipsticks. The video that I did for this that you can see is for the individual products, the main color collection. This was a mixed bag for me. On my face, I am wearing one of the shades from one of the face palettes. This is the medium to deep palette, and I used this matte bronzer. These all have an extra dimension formula to them, which are a bit harder to swatch. I always get comments like, you should use a different brush. I can't see the swatches. I'm not going to use a different brush. Those are realistic swatches, the way that they would actually go on your face. I also do subsequent finger swatches always, so that people who want to see them fully pigmented, even though that's never the way you'd use them on your actual skin, that's for those people who want to see them swatched that way. But the extra dimension formula has a drier, stiffer feel to it, but they still apply really, really nicely on the face. So just kind of be aware of that. I think these face palettes are great quality. The eyeshadow palettes, of which there are 3, again, I think are a mixed bag. The one that is the nicest to work with is the Neutrals palette. The most disappointing part of the collection were these Spellbinder shadows. They have come out with the shadows like this before. These are the ones with the magnetic strips. They look like this. I found all 3 of these shades, there are actually 4 in the line, but one of them sold out. I found these 3 shades particularly disappointed. Someone said, well, you have to pat them on the lid. Yes, you absolutely can do it that way, although MAC says that you can apply them with a brush. But even if you pat them on with a lid, I just don't think that these are anything that look particularly beautiful on the lids. So those are just some recaps for the full thoughts that I have. They're pretty much the same as when I said in the original video, my first impressions. Nothing has really changed or varied significantly from further using these products. So if you want to see swatches of everything, make sure you go check out that video. We had 2 new lip collections launch. The first one is one that actually I don't think is new to the market. I think I was just behind in terms of timing. This is from L'Oreal. This is their Parisian Sunset collection. So it's new shades that have been added to their Rouge signature lip line. And so these are the signature mattes. The colors are, of course, based on your personal preference, but the formula for these are beautiful. This is one of my favorite matte formulas. I don't really think that it's matte necessarily. They don't have any shimmer, so they're matte in that sense. But again, these have a gel texture, but it's a lot thinner than the ones that I was talking about from the MAC Pony Park collection. They are very thin. They set more than the ones from the MAC Pony Park collection. They don't exactly leave a really strong stain. Some of the brighter and deeper shades do stain, but it's just an absolutely wonderful formula to wear around. They're so easy to apply, very comfortable, and so the formula on these gets an A+ from me. I guess I shouldn't say A+ because they do contain, I believe, an amount of alcohol, which isn't the healthiest thing for your lips, so just be aware of that, of course. On the total opposite spectrum in terms of types of colors in the collection is the Halloween edition from Milani. Now in this line they have 3 of their different formulas mixed in. They have a lot of additional shades from their satin matte formula. They have 2 new shades in their original matte formulation line, and then 2 new shades from their matte shimmer, the mattes that have glitter in them line. The ones that I like the most are from the satin matte line. It is a much more comfortable wear version of the original matte formula. The original matte formula I'm not a super huge fan of, just because they are quite drying. Oftentimes they can be kind of streaky, but I have been wearing several of the shades from the new satin matte colors and have been really, really liking them. They are super long wearing, even through eating and drinking, so they are definitely something that you can put on at hour 1, and you can expect them to still be there in full or close to full force many hours later. The last new makeup collection that I talked about this month was the new Nude Obsessions palettes from Huda Beauty. I really have enjoyed these, and I in fact used a couple of them to create this eye look for this video. So the quality of the shadows is definitely there. The mattes are easy to buff out. They have fairly good pigmentation. The shimmers are really, really beautiful. But the problem is that I have with these, and I don't even want to open these to show you in this video because it's so messy. You can go to the swatch video to see the insides of these. Almost all of the shimmering shades in the palettes across all three palettes came completely shattered and broken. In fact, the one from the medium palette, every single one of the shimmering shades was broken. I also had this issue with the previous Neon Obsessions palettes that were shipped to me. So it's very, very frustrating. It's not that Huda Beauty packaged them poorly. They came in this bubble wrapped pouch, which has one layer of bubble wrap on each side. I guess they could have also bubble wrapped this to give extra protection, but it is a recurring issue to have palettes from Huda Beauty specifically sent to me with completely damaged product. And it's not unique to Huda Beauty because I get that pretty regularly from places like Ulta, from Sephora, but it is particularly common, it seems, with Huda Beauty's palettes. So I would not recommend these for travel because I do not think they will withstand a luggage bag or something that, you know, could be bumped up against or thrown around. And so the quality, if you go in store and buy it, I don't think you'll be disappointed, but just be very cautious if you're someone who is not able to go in stores to purchase these. Just be aware of that. And one thing that I introduced to you that's not makeup, but is beauty related, I did a video reviewing several different and comparing against each other several different natural deodorant brands, and I gave you a full recap, a review on how long they lasted, how smudge resistant or like whether they left a white cast, things like how easy they were to use, how comfortable they felt, all those kinds of things. So if you're someone who's interested in using natural deodorants but you want something that will actually work, make sure you go check out that video. But one of the brands that I mentioned in that video and I tested against the other brands was Zion Health's Clay Dry deodorant line, and they sent along 2 additional scents to me to try out, and I just want to reiterate that I really, really enjoy this line. The thing that I think that could be improved upon most, or that I enjoy least about these, is the texture. Because of the clay minerals, I'm pretty sure, that is included in the formula, this has a stiffer texture that needs to be warmed up and that can drag on the skin a bit. So that's my major criticism. I don't know that there's anything that they can do about that because they are using the clay ingredient as one of the things that makes this deodorant what it is. But in terms of the scent offerings they have, the first round of things they sent me to try out, I think included 5 different scents. Loved all of them, and I'm kind of picky about scents that I actually like long term. And then when they sent these 2 additional ones to me, loved both of these too. So that to me is very impressive. This lavender one, I love the scent of lavender. They have not only very pleasant scents, but scents that really last a long time. They have the deodorants that have the longest lasting odor, lingering, like a good odor. The scents in their deodorants last the longest of all the natural deodorants that I've tested. That one was the lavender one. This is the spring rain one. Now, they have a couple of them that I've seen that actually don't have that same clay texture to them. They actually are a little bit more of a gel. Most of them are not this gel texture. Now these are easier to put on, and if you're curious to buy these, maybe that's something that you can inquire beforehand if the scent that you're interested is more of a gel formula. That's kind of my recap of this. I definitely think that if you're looking for a natural deodorant that will actually withstand your day, even in a hot summer day, this is the brand that you should check out. All right, let's move on to new makeup that I have not done any reviews for or shown you before. The first thing I want to talk about is, again, something that's not exactly new on the market, but was newly sent to me. That is from Urban Decay. This is their Stay Naked line for their foundation and their concealer. I feel a little bit conflicted on this. Let's start with the good, which is overwhelmingly, it is good. The PR packaging. This is the box that Urban Decay sent. So it is completely all made of cardboard. You can see when you open it up inside, it said made from recyclable material. So I really appreciate this. People are becoming much more aware of the wastefulness of a lot of PR packaging. So I like that they sent me 2 shades that are supposed to fit my skin tone for each the concealer and the foundation. Now I will say that these are kind of my winter shades still. This is still kind of light for my face. I've hopefully made it work, but these are definitely shades I wouldn't be able to use in the summertime. But for when I'm at my palest, these work very well. The 2 shades that I received were 20NN and 20WY. 20NN is for fair skin with neutral tones, and 20WY is for fair skin with warm and yellow tones. So here is 20WY, and on the bottom is 20NN. Definitely tell the difference in tone there. And I love the packaging. It is made of plastic, but it's very minimal. It's not bulky. There's not extra packaging everywhere. They come with pump dispensers, which is great. And I got the same 2 shades in the concealer. Packaging is very similar. The doe foots are really, really curved doe foot applicators, which I think are cool. It's kind of nice to get in the under eye and on curved parts of your face, like around the nose. So I am conflicted because I love the way this foundation looks on the skin. It looks like skin while giving you coverage. I very rarely get specifically complimented on my makeup when I am out in public, but people mentioned how great my makeup looked when I was testing this foundation and going out. So that definitely tells you something about the way this looks on the skin. So I love the formula in terms of how it functions, how it looks. It wears very nicely. I don't necessarily have to set it with powder, and yet it's not drying, which is very rare to find. The thing is this formula contains a high amount of alcohol. It is the 4th ingredient. There's a lot of it because the ingredient list goes on for a very long time after the 4th ingredient. So there's a substantial amount of alcohol in this product. So that isn't something that I can really endorse because putting alcohol directly on your skin is absolutely not good for your skin. I guess if you applied your skincare plus a primer over it, that may keep some of the alcohol from sinking into your skin, but even then, I can't necessarily recommend it. So while I think that it looks beautiful, personally, it's something that I'm not going to just chuck it out because I'm not going to waste it. And I do love the way it looks. So I am going to use this very rarely on like special occasions. I definitely would not recommend you using this as an everyday foundation. It would wreak too much havoc on the health of your skin long term. Now, the concealers do not have alcohol in them. And by alcohol, I mean denatured alcohol, the very drying, very damaging, cell damaging kind of alcohol in it. So I do not have that same criticism of the concealers. I think they are great. As you can see in these video clips, me applying the foundation to my skin very effortlessly, and also the concealer, which is pretty light and brightening for my skin tone. But I do like the way that it sets. It's not crepey, it's not dry, it doesn't crease. So I do very much like the concealer. And then if you remember, the line also released a whole set of new Vice Lip Chemistry lip tints. So there are a total of 12, it looks like there. Let me know if you want a swatch video of them. I can do that for you, but since they've been out for many months already, it's probably not something people really need swatch videos anymore. There are probably plenty of other ones out there, but if it's something you're interested, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably give them away to friends or include some of the shades in a giveaway. Still on the discussion with Urban Decay, it's kind of funny because the company sent the Stay Naked line so many months after the launch. It was so delayed. But then a few days ago, they sent me a package with a product that hasn't yet launched. So this is the new On the Run palette. They have, I think, one previous one, but on October 25th, they are launching 2 new On the Run palettes. It says it will be exclusively available first in Sephora stores on October 25th, and Urban Decay sent me 2, but they're of the same one. So this is the G Train On the Run palette. Looks like this. Actually, that's the front there, and that's what the palette looks like inside. So I will go ahead and do a dedicated swatch video for this so that you can see what the shades actually look like on the skin and how they swatch. And since they sent me 2 of the same one, I will go ahead and include this second one in a giveaway. Lancome sent along a bundle of their Blush Subtil blushes. And I know many of these are shades that they've had for a while in their line, but I think 1 or 2 of them are shades that I haven't seen before in the line. But in any case, this is the kind of formula that's kind of like an OG formula. It's been around for a long time. It is super reliable. The shades cover the gamut of everything that you can think of, from fun, bright, and girly to deep and dark. The shade that I applied for this video and am wearing today is this one. It's Smile and Blush, and it's kind of like a coral pink with a very subtle amount of shimmer. It applied so effortlessly, so beautifully. It's something you can wear sheer. It's something you can build up to be more intense. So I am absolutely a fan of this formula, and particularly of this shade. The other shades they sent were Rose Liberté, Keep Calm, and Blush, which also has a subtle amount of shimmer in it. Mocha Havana, which also has a subtle amount of shimmer in it, and Blush for You. So I will include the shades that I am not keeping for myself or using, and I will put them in a giveaway. I might take one more of the bunch out of here and give away the rest of them because I do really like the formula. But if you are searching yourself for a very reliable, great quality, great formula blush, then the Blush Subtil line is definitely something that you should check out. A lip product that YSL sent along that I'm very happy about. This is one of their shades in their Rouge Volupté Shine formula line. And they call this like an oil in stick. The way that I think of this formula and this line is the perfect hybridization of a lipstick with a lip balm. These feel incredibly nourishing on the lips. They are very, very pleasant to wear. They apply effortlessly. The shade that I applied and am wearing for this video is the shade 44. I don't know how to pronounce this because I don't speak French. My best guess is Nude La Valerie. That's what the name is for all you people who speak French. It is such a not only beautiful formula, but beautiful color. It is a flush of nudie pink, but it's a completely medium tone. So it is a color that I think would work with a wide variety of skin tones and skin depths. But really, you can find whatever shade suits you in the entire line of lots of colors. It is really the formula. It feels like a nourishing balm, but has the color of a lipstick. Now, of course, it's not going to be super long wearing because it does have a more balmy quality, and it does also have a pretty strong fragrance. I don't notice it now after applying and wearing it around, but it is something that you'll notice when you are applying. So just be aware of that if you're super sensitive to fragrances. That's what the particular shade looks like. These retail for, I think, $38. So if you're in the market for a beautiful, even holiday gift, or to treat yourself with a very luxurious lipstick product, I would definitely check this line out. And I think this is the last makeup product. This is by Alter Ego. This is a brand that I've mentioned in a couple months ago in a What's New in Beauty video. They sent along their new palette. This is the Sahara palette. This is a beautiful looking palette. We sneak peeked it on the Instagram account. And the quality of the shades, I haven't used this particular one, but the ones that I have tested, they are beautiful in terms of quality. So if you are ever looking for a very affordable brand that has high quality palettes, Alter Ego is one of them. All right, let's move on to skin and body care. And I have a good amount this time. The first thing I want to show you is this thing. I love this packaging. It's a peach, as you can probably tell. And this is by TonyMoly. TonyMoly is a Korean skincare and beauty brand. And this is the Peach Punch Sherbet Cleansing Balm. It is available through Ulta to purchase. It's $26.50. You just gotta love the packaging. I don't think it comes with a scooper. I don't think I got one with mine, or if it does come with one, then mine fell out or something. But as you can see, this is a balm, if you're familiar with the double cleansing method. I found that this melts a lot more quickly and effectively, even though it has an initially thicker and firmer texture than other Korean beauty balms, not beauty balms, cleansing balms that I've used. So I found that very interesting. It definitely smells like candy peaches, so be aware the scent, the fragrance may irritate you even through the short amount of time that's on your face before you wash it off if you're sensitive to that, but otherwise such a cute, very effective product. Next up is a newly reformulated product by Sol de Janeiro, one of my favorite fragranced body care brands. So this is the Coco Cabana cream with a new formulation. I showed the original formulated cream on my channel way back when. So same beautiful packaging with this kind of like Tiffany blue color on the bottom. It comes in a big tub like this, and that's what the cream smells like. It has still this beautifully luxurious, very tropical, like vacation scent to it, but they did a survey of their customers and asked if they would want a reformulation. Now, a little more than 50% of people said that they did, and they requested that the coconut scent be stronger in the cream and that the scent of butter be reduced. They also had some complaints apparently about the tingle. There's like a tingling sensation when people used it. I didn't experience that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like with anything that has fragrance in it, you run the risk of the fragrance potentially be sensitizing or irritating your skin. So I'm pretty impressed that they took the time to do the survey, see if people wanted it to have a better formulation, and then actually did it. So they reformulated the fragrance balances to add more of a scent of young green coconuts. They reduced the scent of the butter. They also reformulated it so that they could try to reduce or eliminate that tingling sensation and to make it less sticky, to have less of a sticky texture after application. So that's great. I really applaud brands taking feedback from consumers, taking the time and money to reformulate and relaunch a product that a lot of people loved, but had some criticisms of. So that is something I fully support. Another brand that I've really been liking lately, originally a few months back, I featured this Calm Down body wash. This is the brand Plant Apothecary, and all of their products, they have some like skincare products, other bath products come in packaging like this. I think it's very unique, very straightforward, simple, but has that allure to it. This Calm Down body wash is something that I've had in my shower for the past month or so. Love the scent. This is the ginger and the lavender scent. They were kind enough to send along another one because after using this one and really enjoying it, I thought, I want to see if the other scents are just as appealing as I found this one to be. So they sent this one. This is the Wakey Wakey body wash. This is in the scent rosemary and lemongrass. You guys, both of these are fantastic. The scents of these are potent without being overwhelming or sickly. It's so refreshing. I love the tang of the ginger and the calm of the lavender in this one. And this Wakey Wakey one is, you get that punch of rosemary and lemongrass right away. But again, without it being like stinging or too strong. I really like the packaging, this like very pointed cap that you twist and you dispense the product. What's really interesting about these formulations, they concentrate on having very natural ingredients. It says it's 100% natural, made with organic oils. Again, it's fragranced, so just be aware of that if you have sensitized skin. But the thing that impresses me most about this is the natural nature of the ingredients, but the gel texture suds very, very well. So a lot of times these more natural products, they don't feel like they're cleaning very effectively, or they're hard to distribute over the skin, and they don't have any sort of lather. These, you don't have that issue with. You have the natural ingredients, but you still get that sensation of the lather. So I have really been loving this. I think I might interchange them a little bit. This one maybe for times when I do need more of a kick in terms of scent, and this one maybe more in terms of nighttime calming down, things like that. But they have a whole wide range of scents that you can choose from based on your personal taste. Here's an item from a new Korean beauty brand that I've never tried before. It's called I Do Care. They were nice enough to send along one of their products. This is the Plush Party Buttery Vitamin C Lip Mask. This is something that you can purchase actually at Ulta. I believe it's only online and not in stores, but this retails for $16. Comes in a frosted plastic tub here. Very cute, as Korean beauty things typically are. You get a little spatula scooper there. And that's what the lip mask looks like inside. And it actually doesn't have any sort of fragrance, a strong fragrance to it that I can detect, but this is a leave-on mask, so it's something that I'll probably put by my bedside to apply before I go to sleep. And it says it has a blend of coconut butter, hibiscus flower extract, and vitamin C. It also has vitamin E, which is very good in terms of an antioxidant for your skin. When I look at the ingredients, I see the shea butter, there's sweet almond oil, there's olive fruit oil, sunflower seed oil, bushnut seed oil, jojoba oil, lactic acid, citric acid, soybean oil, apple fruit extract, ginger root oil. It also says one of the last things is cayenne fruit extract. All very cool things in here. And I actually see fragrance. It's more in the middle of the ingredients list. It's a pretty long ingredient list. So yes, there is some fragrance added here, although I honestly really can't detect it when I smell. And then First Aid Beauty sent along this PR package in celebration of their 10-year anniversary. So this was really kind of them to do. This PR package features several of my favorite things from their brand, especially the Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer Moisturizer. I've used used up several bottles of this myself. I'm gonna take most of these things and also include them in a giveaway, but I do really appreciate being able to have First Aid Beauty sent this along and feature some of this for you guys. We're gonna move on now to some more accessory type items, some like things for around the house, or things like this. This is a product that was sent by Hush and Hush, and where do I even start with this? I am a person who uses protein powder on a regular basis for working out, for lifting. I also add things like spirulina powder, acai powder to my morning smoothies before I go work out. So this is a product that was really intriguing to me. I was a little bit hesitant because it makes a lot of claims, and I'm always a little skeptical when companies make health claims about their products. Anyway, let me introduce what this is to you first. So this is the Plant Your Day Hyper Concentrated Plant Protein with superfoods and super greens. It is in the flavor Decadent Chocolate Vanilla. It comes in a tub like this. This is 14.18 ounces or 402 grams. Now, the thing about this powder is it is so much more than a protein powder. When I look at the ingredient list for this product, I am amazed. First of all, they have 1 gram of sugar in here. It is very hard to find a protein powder on the market that doesn't have a ton of sugar added to it. So I really appreciate that first and foremost. In addition, the ingredients in this are mind-blowing in terms of them being chock full of antioxidants, ingredients that are great for your body. Notably, the protein in here is from organic pea protein and organic pumpkin seed protein. There's inulin, red raspberry, pomegranate, peach, goji berry, acai, taurine, turmeric, broccoli, blueberry, white Korean ginseng, beetroot, grape extract, green tea extract, chlorella, rose hips aloe vera, organic alfalfa, organic kelp, dandelion root, milk thistle, organic cinnamon. I mean, basically every single ingredient here, you're like, yes, yes, yes. In terms of the powder itself, 2 scoops is going to be 110 calories, and the amount of protein you get is 17 grams. So 2 scoops here is going to be 33.5 grams. So I think the few criticisms I have of this are, 1, you don't get a lot of product in here, and this is not a cheaply priced product. So it says that in total you'll get 12 servings in this entire tub if you're using 2 scoops. So really that's not a lot. I tend to actually only use 1 scoop of this to get the health benefits. And then I don't actually use this as my main protein powder source because, moving on to kind of my second criticism, this actually doesn't have a ton of protein. For 2 scoops to have 17 grams of protein, it's a good amount, but it's not enough to get the amount of protein that I want to get in my smoothie before a workout or post-workout. So I supplement this with another protein powder. So I'll usually do a scoop of this and then a half a scoop of whatever I would otherwise use as my protein powder. But this is going to give me the incredible benefits from all the other ingredients that are included in here. And the other great thing about this is I've used this in smoothies. I have used this and put it in my coffee and mixed it in. You can add it to granola if you wanted to your cereal if you wanted to. There are lots of ways that you can use this. The other criticism I have of this is the scooper that's included in here. At first I thought they didn't give me a scooper because I kind of digged around and I couldn't see anything. The scooper was kind of buried in here, and it has a really long handle, so it makes it messy to use that actual scooper with this product because it gets powder everywhere. So I kind of have chucked that, and I use my own spoon to measure it out. But otherwise, in terms of the ingredients you're getting in here, the benefits, the organic ingredients you get, this is really truly packed with great ingredients for you. It's not just a company that makes all these claims and then gives you a product with a bunch of filler, with a bunch of random chemicals, with a bunch of sugar. This is chock full of the good things that it says that it has, and it doesn't have anything else in it. So absolutely am a fan of this brand. If you're someone who wants something to supplement and to get the benefit of some protein in there, this is definitely a brand and a product that I would recommend, and I hope that you check out. Illume, which is a brand from which I have one or two other candles from, luxury high quality candles from this brand. They sent along their Woodfire luxury soy candle, and this is what it looks like inside. Very, very pretty, like the bark of a tree, but in metallic form, sort of. The scent is so invoking of Christmas time. It is crazy. The notes that this has, it says it has notes of cedarwood, smoke accord, and patchouli. It also has vanilla notes in there. This is just absolutely perfect. It looks beautiful on, you know, your fireplace mantle or in the living room, on the coffee table or bedside, just really anywhere amongst, you know, decorations, Christmas decorations, or anything fall even, it fits right in. So it's visually beautiful. The scent is very strong and very reminiscent of cold winter days. And the wax is an exclusive soy wax blend with essential oils. So as a treat for your own home, or would make a really, really nice holiday gift, especially for someone who you find it hard to find something personal to them, like in terms of makeup or color stories or whatever, this is something really easy to get someone that will be very easily used by a wide variety of people. Then a brand that's new to me, this is a brand called Good Chemistry that has a line of colognes. Now they're called colognes, but they're really unisex fragrances, which is what really intrigued me as someone who is not a person who really particularly likes feminine, very girly scents. I was very attracted to what this brand has to offer. The specific scent they sent along is the Silver Coast Cologne with essential oils. Also very sleek, very simple, very earthy packaging. A very simple, straightforward glass bottle with the wood accent for the lid. And this is described as a sophisticated and sexy fragrance with an air of confidence. The notes here are citron, ocean, and rosemary. And it says on the back, because it matters to us, this cologne is vegan and cruelty-free with essential oils. We're also really happy that it doesn't contain parabens or propylene glycol. And it also says in the ingredients that it has bergamot, artemisia, I don't actually know what that is, and rosemary. So when I smell this, it's definitely a unisex fragrance. I literally, when you have it up to your nose, your brain kind of goes back and forth to thinking, oh, it could be a female fragrance, it could be a male fragrance, female, male, and it's just a perfect balance. Sometimes when I sniff it, I'm like, oh, I can imagine this on a guy, and then other times when I smell, I'm like, no, this is a scent that I would think would be for a woman. So if you're someone who likes truly unisex fragrances, this is a perfect, perfect match for you. So a great brand to check out if that's what you're looking for. A company, Oraglow, sent along their kit. This is a teeth whitening kit, something that you can do at home. I have used this kind of kit before, and they are very easy to use, very effective. They come with kind of this mouthpiece that you put on that turns on an LED light. That's after you use the gel on that mouthpiece, and you put the gel in the kind of like mouth guard, and then you put it in your mouth, and then you put this in the front of your mouth and turn on the LEDs to help whiten your teeth. What's actually nice about the Aura Glow kit is that they give you a container for your mouth guard, which when I got the kit from the other brand that I used, this was one of my pet peeves, which is I would use this and then I would clean it and then I wouldn't really have a sanitary place to leave it, so I was having to clean it all the time. So I really like that they thought of that ahead of time and included this. And of course, these are the two big vials full of the whitening gel that you put on that mouth guard before you do your whitening session. So if you're looking for something that's easy to do at home, you don't need to go to a dentist's office to do it. It's very expensive that way. You can buy one of these kits from a company like Aura Glow. And last but certainly not least is another thing that VT sent me. They have a lot of collaboration things they do with BTS, which is a K-pop band that many of you are probably familiar with. They sent along this set of hand creams, and apparently these hand creams are supposed to match and supplement the line of fragrances and perfumes that BTS has already released in collaboration with VT Cosmetics. So here's a look up close at the different hand creams they have. If you already have the perfumes, or if perfumes are too strong for you, you want more of a scented lotion with a more subtle effect, then this is something that you might be interested in. I'm definitely gonna have this in a giveaway for you guys. All right, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in the next one.